The minimum wage has been stagnant here in the United States for well over a decade at this point. And of course, nowhere in the United States can you make minimum wage and still afford a one-bedroom apartment. But even in Washington, D.C., with individuals who are not making minimum wage, who are working for members of Congress, they're still not making a livable wage, according to a new analysis. This analysis from a group called Issue One found that 1 in 8, 13% of congressional staffers do not make enough money each year to be considered having a living wage for Washington, D.C. Now, the numbers are a little bit interesting here. Nearly 1,200 staffers in 2020 made less than the $42,610 that the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, says is a living wage for an adult with no children in the nation's capital. They make a median income just shy of $39,000, which is actually just a couple $1,000s shy of the national median income. So if you were to take this $39,000 that these 1,200 congressional staffers make and put them somewhere else in the country, if you were to bring them down here to the South, if you were to put them in Alabama, if you were to put them in Oklahoma or Tennessee, that's a pretty good wage. But they don't live in those places. They live and work in Washington, D.C. And $39,000 for these individuals is not enough for them to be able to support themselves. And again, these are individuals working for members of Congress. These are congressional staffers. These are the people who keep things moving in Washington, D.C. They do all the work that the representatives don't have to do themselves. They're the ones who make those fancy little charts that we see when they go out on the House floor. They're the ones making copies, and in some instances, they're the ones helping to craft the language for the legislation itself that these individuals are putting forward that affects our daily lives, and we can't even pay them a living wage for Washington, D.C. So the question is this: if they can't even pay their own staffers enough to live where they work, how in the hell can we expect them to take issues like wage stagnation here in the United States seriously? They see it every day with the people who work for them, the people they send out to get their coffee, the people they rely on to relay important messages between one another, and they're not even paying them enough money to survive. So if you think they're going to do anything to fight for you, I'm sorry, but you got another thing coming here. Because if they're not going to take care of their own people, they're damn sure not going to take care of the rest of us. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.